Hi everyone, it's Maddie, and I figured I'd go ahead and just start doing small little Let's Plays like I wanted to when I was younger. Just feel like it's an excuse to replay old favorites. Hold on.
Dear Mario,
Please come to the castle, I'll bake the cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool Peach. Oh. Um, but no, just an excuse to replay some old favorites, but at the same time, like, as I get used to speaking in front of a microphone again, I could play stuff that I'm not necessarily super familiar with. But, yeah, Super Mario 64. Don't really have a big emotional attachment to this. I think I got it off of Amazon for like 12 bucks or something like that when I was 8th or ninth grade. Obviously still a child, but like the one with big emotional like childhood pull for me is Sunshine, because I distinctly remember playing Sunshine as a kid like all the time. I'd restart my save over and over. Just oh shit, I forgot. But yeah, I'd play it over and over, delete my save over and over, so on and so forth. I fucking love Sunshine. In a lot of respects, I do think this one's the better game, though. Oh, look, I did it. Nice. Like, my nostalgia, wow. My nostalgia for this game is mostly rooted in playing it in Project 64, like I may or may not be doing right now. Don't kill me, Nintendo, I have a cartridge of it. I would just use color codes. Like, you know, Game Shark color codes. Um, and, like, make Mario look however I wanted, because Mario's model is actually white, and the camera, like, casts colors at him or something like that. I don't know. So that way, like, basically what I'm saying is the colors aren't hard-baked into his model, and as a result, people would make color codes. And when I was a kid, I would make color codes. It was fun. I also made, like, shitty little Ella's Real Bait videos on a site called KidsTube. Long gone at this point, but, like, yeah, when I was, like, really young, I would go on there, because it's like, oh, it's not as scary as actual YouTube. And then I'd make, like, Ella's Real videos like I would see on YouTube, so, yeah. Child logic. But, yeah, no, I mean, like... But, like, the first time I ever actually played it was, like, in 8th or ninth grade when I got a legitimate copy. Yeah, give me a second. Alright, I'm back. But yeah, I don't know. For the most part, I think this is a solid as fuck game. I just don't care for how it handles its camera. Really don't care for how it handles its camera and how movement is inextricably tied to said camera, but you see, you know, that's how it be. It's not like they had like modern conventions in place back in 1996 when the technology to make home console 3D games wasn't the same as it is now. You know? So, ugh. Oh shit. But yeah, you're probably looking at this and going, ew, emulator. Why aren't you just playing the PC port? I just want to play it as close to the original as I can for these videos, because if I wind up finishing this series, I want to do Sunshine, then Galaxy 2, then 3D Land, 3D World, and then Odyssey. Oh right, and then Bowser's Fury, I guess. Kind of forgot Bowser's Fury existed. I never finished that one. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's cool though. I think it's neat. But yeah, no, I want to make this like a regular thing I do just for the hell of it, because I love making YouTube videos, but as I got older, I started overthinking it more and more and more, and I was just like, fuck it, you know? Part of what made YouTube videos so enticing to me as a kid is the fact that they felt like anybody could make them, so it's like, yeah, you know what? I'll just set up OBS and play Mario 64 and get used to speaking in front of a fucking microphone again, you know? Look at that. But, yeah. I have a whole list of ideas I want to try as I get better. Like, there's like the Paper Marios, there's Chrono Trigger, there's your Earthbounds. Stuff I haven't played, like Dragon Quest V or Final Fantasy VI, or, you know, so on and so forth. For some reason, I put Fallout 1 and 2 in here. Oh, hopefully I get decent at making at least decently entertaining commentary. Jesus. How the fuck am I supposed to do Fallout 1 and 2? What the hell? But, yeah. No, it's funny because my fiance is in the corner of the room playing. It looks like something akin to speedrun. It's not speedrun. Hey Viv, what's this game you're playing? Loft Tower 2? Loft Tower 2. That's cool as fuck. It looks like a little 3D platformer. God, this Roblox is like incredible compared to what it used to be. But when I was a kid, I would play like really like old school Roblox. Like, my modern Roblox account doesn't reflect it, but I originally joined like mid to late 2007, which at this point most would consider to be classic Roblox. I mean, I know I sure do. But back then I would play a bunch of Roblox and then like watch people make videos on it, like JJ5 5x5, and then I got introduced to, I think the name was Fleshjurta. I don't remember how it's pronounced. Fleshjurta is Super Mario 64 videos. I was like, whoa. You could, I know what this game is, I've seen it before, but I didn't know you could make Mario look like different colors. It's so cool. So I figured out how to emulate by Googling. I Googled. Seems to be a lost art nowadays. I know, but I Googled it and figured out how to emulate shit as a kid. And from there, I just fucking majority of what I did was make color codes. I don't know why I was so obsessed with making Mario look different. Oops. But yeah, no. So my nostalgia for this game isn't necessarily like, whoa, I can play like games that look like the arcade at home. It's my nostalgia for this game is playing Roblox. Like, I mentally associate this game with like old Roblox obbies that I used to play. So yeah. But yeah, I think my first game I ever played was GoldenEye 00. Why did I go in here? It was GoldenEye 007. Because my mom, when she was still with us, would tell me how I would sit there and play it with my father, but like I didn't understand that the Z trigger's on the bottom of the N64 controller. I didn't understand how to wrap my hand around to do that, but I would chase Dad down the halls and like track him and like chase after him. So like I understood how to play the game. I just didn't know how to shoot, which I don't know. She said I was like 2 or 3 or some shit at the time, so yeah, I'm gonna be turning 27 this year, so I've been doing this fucking shit for pretty much my whole life. God, yeah, I hate this game's camera controls. Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, God, my mind's blinking. I'm so sorry. Fucking hell, man. Brain fart, like, up the ass. No, yeah, point being, first game I ever played was Ocarina. No, not Ocarina, what the hell, I got my wires crossed. No, it was GoldenEye. It's GoldenEye. And, first game I recall playing, or at least recall watching, was Ocarina of Time. I remember watching my father specifically play the segment where you're trying to get into Hyrule Castle, but you have to wake up Talon, I think his name is. I almost said Milan, but no, that's the girl. No, her father. You had to wake her father up, Talon. And I just distinctly remember watching him move the blocks around to like get into that whole Hyrule Castle segment. Quite fond of Ocarina of Time, even if like I consider later titles like, you know, your Wind Wakers, your Majora's Masks, you know, Breath of the Wilds to be better. I still have a very fond place in my mind hole for Ocarina. Oh my god, I cannot talk right now. I'm so used to just locking in and focusing. When I was younger, I used to do Let's Plays. Alright. I'll stop that here for this one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.